Day 677, getting ready for bed. Got an early day tomorrow, possibly a double run. Today's run went alright. Got out of work at 4 instead of 5, which is great. Came back, played with the pup for about 10-15 minutes. Just getting ready to lay down in bed. And then she just kind of sat down, and so I sat down and said, okay, tried to lay down on the couch, because that's normally gives me the 10 to 15 minute nap. I was like, forget it, just go lay down in bed. And it just took a while to lay down and just fall asleep, but got up at 6, walked the pup, went to the group run. Still a small group there. I'm not sure if people are just away from it because it's cold or just randomly away, but we usually do the tempo or some kind of workout, which I wasn't totally up for, and it was just one of those days. And so he said, because everyone's racing this week or next week, we're going to take it easy and just do an easy 3 miles or easy 5 miles. So I said, okay, great, that works out well. So I ran with Jason for a little bit, then ran with my friend Angelica a little bit, and then ran up to Omar, and Omar and I ran together the rest of the way. And then we kind of had a little cool down. It was another, I think it's only 0.7 or 0.8 miles back. I ran with my other buddy. Gosh, I can't remember his name, but we started talking about soccer and the World Cup, and he was going for, gosh, what was he going for? What team was it? Not Spain. I thought he said he's half and half. Like half his family's from Mexico and half his family's from another South American country, like Costa Rica. Something like that. And so we were both just joking around like, all right, who are we going for next? Because our teams are knocked out. So he was saying Brazil looks good and Portugal looks good. And I said, yeah, I think Portugal looks good, but I also missed the last 3 or 4 days of games. So they're kind of the only game I watched, but the game that I did watch, they looked really strong and seemed to be playing really well, putting pieces together and stringing passes. So they kind of have my take. And then I would also just like that big championship match, Messi versus Ronaldo. So Argentina and Portugal. I think that'd be a huge spectator and a huge draw to say which great player gets to retire with a championship. So that would be, I think the headlines would love that, the news would love that. So we talked about that, then drove back, put gas in the car, so I filled up, and then got back, played with the pup a little bit. She wanted to play catch, so we played catch, and hopped in the shower real quick, got out, started making some tacos again. I told myself that there were some Hawaiian rolls that I'm trying to get through before they go bad. So I said, make a couple tacos, have 1 or 2, and then use the rest of the chicken for the Hawaiian rolls, and then have tacos for tomorrow. And I had 1 taco, and I was just trying to keep making them so I could sit down. Then I made 10 or 11, and I was going to leave at least the rest for a bit, and then I said, you know what, let me eat 5 or 6, and I'll save the rest. And I must have had 7 or 8, and there was 3 left, and I finished them, sat there for a minute, and decided I want to eat these other 3, so I had at least 10 tacos. All of them were good. And so tomorrow I'm just going to take the rolls and the chicken to work, and that'll be the lunch. But I just couldn't help myself. It was just the tacos were so good. They were good. But I think frying them takes a toll, so hopefully I don't have to do that too often. Hopefully it's just a special occasion just for tacos. that's it. Trying to wind down. Watched Santa Claus 1. Started watching the 2, but turned it off. And now I'm ready for bed. Gotta get up at 4:30. Go for a run before work. And then maybe after work too. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't forget my running clothes this time like I did last time. Oh, but we'll figure it out. Got back on the pull-ups again. There was chin-ups today. So feeling strong there. I feel like I didn't lose too much. The goal is to do it next week. Gosh, I want to say next week, but there's that race. There's the race on Sunday. So I know that doing the 300 pull-ups is gonna either tweak out my hands or part of my back. So I'm not sure if I want to do that before a race, because I want to at least have a decent race. So I might reconsider that and save it for the next weekend. I'll play around with that idea a little bit more. Figure it out later. Alright, but that's it for me. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.